Well, for the Brown family, home sweet home is a distant memory. They've been turfed out in the name of progress via a government land grab. Now they face an uncertain future and they're demanding a fair go.
They said, there was negotiation, but there was no negotiating at all. It was take it or leave it.
Yeah, it's just a very difficult and traumatic thing for a family to move because they're forced to by the government.
They keep referring to, we are buying your house. Well, they're not, they're taking our land.
Where to from here? I really don't know. Should it be like this? No. Do we have a choice? No.
Imagine your entire home was as small as this, and you had to eat, sleep, cook, change and clean all in the same area. To top it off, throw in a family of 7.
This is clearly not ideal.
No, it's not.
No, look, Jess, to be honest, it actually breaks my heart. I've got my little man who wakes up during the night asking me when we're going home.
For more than 6 weeks now, Jared and Christina Brown, along with their 5 children, have been living in this camper van in their friend's backyard after being turfed out of their much bigger family home by the government.
It was our own space.
It was our safe haven from the world. It was somewhere where the kids could come home to and bring their friends, and everybody was welcome. The door was always open.
We feel very sad for what's happening with Jared at this point because we allowed them to move into that house so they would have stability.
The family property is owned by parents Ian and Heather Brown, but it's Jared, Christina and the grandkids, including Adeline, Dallin and Felicity, who have called it home for more than a decade.
When we do State of Origin, Dad would always put it up on the projector in the backyard.
I miss being able to just go to the back shed, like it was just away from the house and just chilling out.
I miss that we were so close to everything, school and then the shops.
It's just hard coming back and knowing that I wasn't coming home.
The property is one of 14 homes being resumed by the Queensland Government. This main road will soon form part of the M1 Pacific motorway expansion.
It originally started back in January of this year. They sat at our dining room table and laid out the plan and how grand and glorious it'd really be.
The department promising to look after the Brown family, declaring no one would come out of the process worse off.
Well, they said there'd be fair market value and they'd cover legal fees and, removalists.
They've told us a lot of things would be included in this process that we wouldn't be out of pocket. Everything would be compensated for.
At one stage we were promised that they would find us a house to move into.
But that wasn't the case. In July, the Brown family were issued with this eviction letter, whereby the department bluntly stated, vacate the property before September 30, remove all personal items and deliver the keys to the project team.
Basically, we'd be removed from the property and anything that was left behind we'd lose.
The government resumed the land for around $650,000, but the family feels its true value is around $800,000.
If you look at the land values in Rochdale, they're quite high, and our aim was to eventually subdivide the block because the land is worth a lot of money.
In a statement to A Current Affair, Transport and Main Roads says,
TMR continues to work with directly impacted property owners on the Pacific Motorway. We understand property resumptions can be a difficult time for directly impacted owners. Owners are offered market value for their property in accordance with the Acquisition of Land Act.
Now, the Brown family say they can't afford to buy another home in the same area or even rent one, leaving them with no choice but to live in a camper van.
We've applied for, lots of houses and been unsuccessful.
It breaks my heart that they have to live like this.
And what the government have been able to put us through and not be held accountable for it is, I find it quite alarming, and, I guess to be living where we're living at the moment, there's just really no need for it.
And the Department of Transport and Main Roads also told us it can't comment on individual cases, but those families affected are entitled to relocation costs.